What is going on, everyone? Early on this Tuesday morning, coming at you with this video. Canada is 2-0. Yes, Canada victorious once again. They get a big-time win over Australia, 93-83, the final. Canada wins despite trailing at halftime. It was a strong showing once again from RJ Barrett. We're going to talk about it, everybody. Do me a solid, drop a like on the video, and subscribe to the channel for more. This was an early tip-off. Game started at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time as Canada. They are 2-0. This win puts them in prime position now to win Group A. They got one more matchup left against Spain. Spain beat Greece. So that game's going to come down to who wins and point differential. But Canada pretty much in a really good position to not only win the group, but they virtually advance to the quarterfinals with this win. And how about the Canadians? I thought their defense towards the end of this game was stout. They really shut down Australia in that fourth quarter. Australia held to just 13 points. And you look at Canada, they had 11 steals. They forced Australia to 18 turnovers. Canada, they shot at 50% from the field, 36% from three. They got to the foul line 19 times. And then you look at their top performers. What more could be said about RJ Barrett? He consistently has been this team's top performer. And it's like ever since he got traded from the Knicks to the Raptors, RJ has been a completely different player, dating back to the ending of last season, now going into the summer. If you're a Raptors fan, you're loving this because it really looks like RJ is about to take a big leap with the Raptors for this upcoming season. I mean, he has been absolutely locked in. He has been on another level. He has been consistent. He has had that nice aggressiveness that you like to see. He simply cannot be denied. RJ leading the way for Canada once again, finishing this game with 24 points, another efficient outing, 8 of 14 from the field, 3 of 6 from three, got to the foul line 6 times, making 5 of them, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and we just see his game. He's hitting shots. He looks confident. He looks comfortable. When he puts it in his mind that he's going to drive to get to the rim, he does that. RJ Barrett has been simply phenomenal, and it's been great to see if you're a Canadian fan and Raptors fan in general, because, I mean, this dude, he is putting in the work, and he is really coming along nicely with his game, and I really see a big season in store for RJ Barrett. So Barrett, he continues to lead the way for the Canadians, and really, you know, he has been that reliable performer. And then you got to give a ton of credit to gilgeous-alexander as well. He has also been phenomenal and consistent for this Canadian team. 16 points, 8 of 10 shooting, you know, had a couple of big time moments down the stretch there. A key block, 3 steals, 3 assists. He did look like he had a bit of fatigue, came out for a little bit towards the end of the game, but Shea has just been another go-to player for this Canada team. Whenever you need a big shot maker, a guy who's going to come up in the big moments, Shea's that guy. And really, when you look at this Canadian team, it's been the two-headed monster of RJ Barrett and Shea so far. And then in this one, it was Dillon Brooks who chipped in nicely, 16 points, efficient, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. Dillon Brooks, you look at what he brings to this team, his defensive pressure, his effort level. It's great to see. And Brooks really is, I feel like, the engine of this Canadian team, arguably the heart and soul of this team, just with how he plays and how he just fuels his guys. Lou Dort finished with 11 points, and then Powell, 7 points. As you look at this game, Jamal Murray, once again, coming from off the bench. He continues to struggle. 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Definitely is not 100% just with how he's been playing, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. But, you know, if it looks like Murray's going to remain from off the bench, it seems, for the next little bit here as he tries to, you know, get back into rhythm. But he has really been, I mean, disappointing, I'd say. Like, I definitely expected a lot more from Jamal Murray, and I think they're going to need more from Jamal Murray down the stretch if Canada wants to get to the podium and challenge the United States for a gold medal. So, yeah, Murray's got to get better, and I still think Canada, they're going to need some of these other guys to give them key contributions. Murray's going to have to be better. Alexander Walker is going to have to be better. And I think they're going to need, 2, 3 more of these guys to consistently give you something, a Nemhart, if this Canadian team wants to make a deep run. So it's great when you look at Team Canada, their stars have been playing like it. When you look at them, RJ and Shea clearly have been the two best players. Brooks has been standout as well. Remember, he did foul out towards the end of the last game, but overall he's been solid. But if this team wants to make a deep run, they're going to have to get some other contributions from some of the players I just named from off the bench, primarily Jamal Murray. He's got to be better. And it's a little bit concerning. He continues to struggle with his shot, but he did have 2 blocks, did have a key block late along with Shea, was on a double sequence there. And that was a key moment of the game because Australia, they had cut the lead. It looked like this game was going to come down to the wire, but that Canadian defense, it really buckled down. And that's what really impressed me down the stretch here, because obviously Canada, they didn't have that same intensity throughout against Greece. And as a result, Greece almost stole one there at the end. But in this game, I thought Canada's defense was a lot better. And in that second half, they really turned it up a notch, outscoring Australia in both quarters and in the fourth, making it extremely difficult for Australia to, score the basketball. As they got close, Australia did, but Canada never let them get that lead in the fourth quarter. So the Canadians, I mean, this is a nice win for them, really, because when I looked at these two teams, guys, coming in, I mean, these to me are the two teams that are realistic threats to the United States. And Australia, this is a really good team. A lot of NBA talent, Giddey, Daniels, Landale, Patty Mills surprisingly had an off game. And that was a huge, bonus for Canada. And really that came from the nice defensive play we saw, particularly from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. But yeah, Patty Mills had an off game, only 8 points on 2 of 10 shooting. I mean, he lit it up against Spain, but all things considered, yeah, these were the top 2 teams, to challenge the United States, in my opinion. Canada, true test, another tough one. This game was going, they were back and forth going into that fourth quarter when then Canada did create some separation. But this was a nice one for Canada, proving that, they can hang with some of the best teams out there. And the fact that they do win this by double digits, it feels like this team is gaining some momentum and they're starting to build on it as we move forward in this tournament. And that's what you want to see. You want to see this team get tested early, as they have. You want to see them overcome the obstacles, as they have. And now you want to see them play their best basketball, as we are going to enter the knockout rounds. But before we get to that, of course, a big matchup against Spain. That is going to be huge. Spain, they're going to need a win, and then it's going to come down to point differential. But Canada, like I said, they're in the driver's seat, guys, to win this group. And they're virtually into the knockout rounds, into the quarterfinals, and they got to feel good about themselves. 2 tough games out of the gate here, and they win both games. This one against Australia did a nice job finishing off strong. So, yeah, Canada gets it done, guys. Let me know your thoughts of this game. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll be back at it again. Canada's final game will be against Spain, and that game will be this Friday, August 2nd at 11:15 a.m. Eastern. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. It's Lucas signing off. As always, thanks for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.